Hello there, I am Sidharth Pattanayak and this is AstroTalks, the place where all your queries regarding space will come to an end. Together we'll go all the way from the beginning of the universe to the death of it. We'll learn about particle physics, astrophysics, quantum physics and relativistic physics in our journey together. Just stay tuned to experience the beauty of our cosmos. Let's start from where it all started. Let's start from the birth of our universe. There were many assumptions regarding the birth of our universe. Some of them being, it was just there. It was there all the time. It didn't have any beginning. It didn't have any time when it all was formed. The second one being, it just popped out of nowhere, like there was nothing and something magical happened and the whole universe was just there. Like nothing, snap, and everything there is today. The third one being, it had an origin, it had a place where it all started, it had a time where everything was formed. So know that as an object moves away from us, the wavelength of the wave emitted by the object increases as it reaches us. In 1929, it was proved by an American astronomer, Edwin Hubble, that our universe is expanding. How did he prove this? He proved this by observing the red shifts in distant galaxies. Now what is this red shifts? Now Edwin Hubble observed that the light reaching us from distant galaxies changes into red and then becomes darker and darker over time. This proves that the galaxies are moving away from us, which also proves that the universe is expanding. As the wavelength of a light wave increases, the color we see changes from violet to red. That is, as the wavelength of a light wave increases, the color which we see changes from violet to indigo, indigo to blue, blue to green, green to yellow, yellow to orange, and then from orange to red. And then it goes into the infrared region, making it invisible by the naked eyes. All there is today, all the moons, all the planets, all the stars, all the solar systems, all the galaxies, all the superclusters were present at this single point 13.8 billion years ago. At this point, no known laws of physics were applicable. All the four fundamental laws, that is, law of gravitation, electromagnetism, strong nuclear force and weak nuclear force, were one. But what does it have to do with the origin of our universe? Now imagine you are blowing a balloon. The balloon gets bigger and bigger in size as you blow it. Think of the universe as same as the balloon. The universe gets bigger and bigger over time. Now go back in time, let the time run backwards and observe what happens. This is the time going forward and the universe expanding, and this is the time going backward and universe getting smaller and smaller. It gets smaller, smaller and collapses, and then it gets into one single point where it all started. Now how big is this point? I want you to take a paper and a pen and then draw a dot on the paper with the help of your pen and then observe the dot. How big is it? I think it should be this or even smaller. Now why I wanted you to do this is because Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson in his book Astrophysics for Beginners in a Hurry mentioned that the universe was 1/1,000,000th the size of that dot you drew on the paper. Yes, it was 1/1,000,000th the size of that dot. That means it was 10 to the power of -9 times smaller than that dot. And then something happened at that point, something happened that we don't know yet, and the universe started expanding rapidly. It is a common misconception among people that the Big Bang was an explosion forming everything there is today. But no, the Big Bang was an expansion. The universe was there all the time. It just expanded. Now if anyone asks you what is the Big Bang, you can tell them that the expansion of universe that took place 13.8 billion years ago, when no known laws of physics were applicable and all the four fundamental laws were one, is known as the Big Bang. We'll continue our journey from here in the next video when we'll know about what happened just after the Big Bang. Now when I tell you just after the Big Bang, don't think it to be 1 second. I know 1 second is pretty small, but This is science and it's terrific. We'll know what happened 10 to the power minus 43 seconds after the Big Bang. Stay tuned. I am Sidharth Pattanayak and this is AstroTalks. Adios.